So this year at Disney's D3 Expo, a lot of neat content is coming to Disney Plus. So what do we do here at Nerd News? We talk about it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nerd News. And man, oh man, D3 is happening. And they're just letting us know that our money towards Disney Plus will not go unfulfilled. So Disney revealed a whole slew of shows we had no idea were in development. I mean, there are so many really good shows coming that this would be a really long episode. So we're going to do a two-parter to this one. And this one meaning one of the trailers that was shown was The Mandalorian. And I figured we'll do an episode on The Mandalorian and then another episode on what they announced for this year's D3. And if you don't know about The Mandalorian, well, you better buckle up your seatbelts because I'm going to take you for a wild ride out in the galaxy. Far, far away. Should have led with far, far away to a galaxy. Next. So The Mandalorian is about a bounty hunter. Now, it's not Boba Fett, but it is one of the bounty hunters, and it's revolving around his world, pretty much. And the cast list is amazing on this, but there's one specific actor that I want to talk about because the fact that he is the main character, the main bounty hunter, just makes me all giddy inside. And that actor is Pedro Pascal. Now, if that name rings a bell, I'll give you a clue. That's right, he was Oberyn Martell on the great show until the very ending, Game of Thrones. So he's going to lead this cast on an amazing adventure with bounty hunters and bounties and collecting loot from the bounties. No, but this is going to be a fantastic, I guess you would say, savior to the Star Wars franchise, since apparently to some people, not me, the franchise is quote-unquote dying. But this show is directed by Jon Favreau. Now, just saying that, I already have a glimmer of hope that this show will be amazing, and I can't believe it's a Star Wars TV series. A live action. I'm a loss for words. It's a good time to be a nerd. Now, this trailer starts off very Terminator-esque. You see it could be the skulls, but the helmets of these stormtroopers. And then you see stormtrooper helmets on pikes. Pretty much it's like, you're dead? You're dead? Oh, I killed you yesterday. Oh, you're still fresh. There's stuff hanging off that helmet. So a couple of shots go by letting us know what kind of world that we're getting ourselves into. And it seems like it's a world you don't want to go into unless you want your helmet on a spike. It's Disney. You can't put a head on a spike. What are the kids gonna say? And then you see an unexpected face that I had no idea he was in this show, Carl Weathers. And if you don't remember who Carl Weathers is, his most notable credit is in a little movie that did okay called Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, he did that scene, the handshake and then they froze in the bicep. It's good to see you. Okay, let's continue. And then what Star Wars movie or TV show wouldn't be complete without the desert? So you see a ship and a vast desert. It's just what they do. You get some cool little glimpse at other cast members. You don't know who's playing who. You just see a familiar face. You're like, oh, they're in it. They're in it. He's in it. You see the main character kind of putting on his gear, much like Batman's getting ready, you know. Besides the whole Batman putting on his pants and the butt jiggle. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Batman. And the vibe that they give off in this show, it kind of seems like this is a world bent on crime. It's pretty much like the Gotham City of the Star Wars universe. It's kind of how it looks like they're having it set up. Which I kind of hope that's true, because that's a neat little twist on the whole bounty hunter. You know, because he kills people for money. But what happens if you're that kind of bounty hunter and there is nothing but corruption all around you? Are you a vigilante or are you just a bad guy who likes money? And it looks like we're going to have plenty of action in this TV show, which is going to be fantastic. How epic Star Wars is throughout all these years, and to kind of have it on a a weekly little binge watch, if you will. It's going to be fantastic. And to have Jon Favreau at the head of this, it's going to be good. It's going to stay faithful to, the story and some of the comics that were out about bounty hunters. I mean, Jon Favreau is the man who started pretty much the very first Marvel movie in 2008's Iron Man. So he appreciates and completely understands source material. You have to pull things out to tell your story, but you don't stray away from the content, making your product a-okay. So The Mandalorian, what did you think? Are you excited as I am? Did it give you goosebumps when you watched the trailer? Because I did. I love Star Wars. Who doesn't? And let me know in the comments below if you were excited about Disney Plus and if you plan on getting it. And like I said, we're going to do another episode about all the things that D3 has talked about and showed us so far. But this one I wanted to solely talk about The Mandalorian because it's Star Wars, guys. It's supposed to be a TIE fighter. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. And please, if you like this show, subscribe. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. And follow us on the Podcast with No Name. It's a weekly podcast we do on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, and all the normal stuff where you put music in your ear hole. Thanks, guys. And remember, if you are really bad in life, you will be frozen in carbonite and you will be on someone's fridge.